Yo, what it do? What it do? Chris, aka Mr. Vibin, is here. So I have a special type of video I want to do today, and it's about horror movies. And I think I have said before in the past that my favorite kind of horror movies are slasher movies. So let's talk about it because there's so many different type of horror movies out there. Like there's slasher movies such as Freddy, there's Jason, there's Pinhead, there's who else is out there? There is Leatherface, Candyman, Jigsaw, Art the Clown. Like there's so many different kind of slasher movies out there, and I say slasher movies are probably like my number one favorite movies because there's nothing better than watching a slasher movie and putting yourself in that movie because it's like okay, there's a group of teenagers or just a group of people pretty much fighting for their lives. You know, they're are running around trying to figure out. And what I love about slasher movies are there's always that one dummy in the movie. Like it makes you think like, what are you guys doing? Get out of there, run, fight, do something. Now I get there's some slasher killers out there that are big, supernatural, whatever you would call it, and you can't really fight them. Like, how many slasher movies have you seen? Like, take Jason or Michael Myers, for example, and they're fighting them, they're shooting them, and they're just not going down. But here's what kills me about that. They're big, right? And they always go for the body. Why do you always go for the body? Like, I get the excitement. Yes, this is my favorite t-shirt. My other favorite t-shirt, by the way. I have to rock it. But anyway, why always go for the body? Like as many slasher movies I have seen, they never go for the head. Like take Scream for example, Ghostface. He was just a regular person in a costume. Like you couldn't get me in a room by myself with Ghostface and expect me not to fight. Like I'm a big dude. I'm 281 pounds, so it's like me and Ghostface going head to head. Like I'm going to take you down, but that's the excitement of slasher movies, you know, because it's like you in that mindset of like, yo, bro, if that was me, I'm doing something, or like, yeah, I'm getting up out of there. So I'm watching. What was I watching last night? I was watching The Strangers. Mind for it for a minute. I was watching The Strangers, the first one that was made in 2008. Um, and what kills me the most is they always want to be like, "Hello, what's going on? Is somebody in there?" So I'm watching it last night. I'm just like, bro, what are you doing? Like, get out of the house, run, do something. Like, stay in the corner until they come and get you. Like, it was just so funny. Like horror movies, especially slasher movies, are funny to me because they always do the dumbest stuff. Like I said, like they don't ever like think. It's like, okay, here's the door that's open. I can run outside and run away. No, let me go upstairs, or let me turn my back, or let me hide under the bed. Like, and then there's a part in it where she's like hiding in the cupboard in the kitchen. You think he's not going to find you in there? They pretty much searched the whole house, and he's looking at the cupboard. You think he's not in there? Like, you think he's not going to find you? The only place to look, especially when there's three of them. Like, that's what gets me about slasher movies. And there's like always a group. Like I said, there's always a dumb one. And the worst thing in a slasher movie is like being tortured by the killer. Like, the killer's already sliced you up, stabbed you a couple times, and you're just crawling. It's like this cat and mouse game, and you're just crawling, trying to get away, and they're just walking over you, trying to give you this hope of like you're about to get away, but you're not, or somebody's about to save you. Like, so slasher movies are like one of my favorite genres of horror movies, if not number one. But you also have like zombie horror movies like 28 Days Later, you have Resident Evil, you have World War Z, you have Army of the Dead, which is actually one of my favorite zombie movies. Like that's a really good one. You got monster movies, you know, such as The Thing, and then Jaws, and then Predators, and then Aliens, the Gremlins, Frankenstein. Then like you have so many other ones like found footage, you have folk, you have gothic, you have haunted house. Who doesn't love a haunted house type of horror movie? I say one of my favorite haunted house horror movie is Haunted House on the Hill. I still watch that movie to this day. And that movie came out, I think, like 99, 2000. And 99, 2000, I was like five maybe. And I'm over here watching Haunted House on the Hill. Yes, granted, I was scared at like 5, 6 years old, but it's just like, I loved it. Because it's like, it's that adrenaline of being scared. I hate being scared, but I love being scared. Like the pop out scenes still get me to this day. I'm in my 30s and I'm pop out scene still gets me, you know? And I think that's why I do love horror movies because I grew up in a different era of horror movies. Like today, not every, but just about most of the horror movies are made on like supernatural movies, paranormal movies, movies like Annabelle, movies like The Conjuring, movies like Insidious, The Nun, The Exorcist, Poltergeist, movies like that are the thing nowadays. They make slasher movies, but it's not like how it was. I mean, slasher movies today are cool, but there's nothing like popping on an original slasher movie like Freddy, Michael, Jason, Pinhead, like the ones I named off in the beginning of the movie, and just be like, yo, this is crazy. Like, what would you do in that situation? I'm gonna run fast as I can. We all know the stereotype when it comes to horror movies. Anyway, but yeah, I'm running. Like, I'm going, I'm out of there. And if y'all want to come, y'all can come with me. This is why every time I get in my car, I look in the back seat of the car. First of all, when I walk outside, I'm looking around anyway, and then I'm checking the back seat of the car. Because how many movies have we seen where they're in the back seat and you just get sliced up or something? That's like Scream had a TV show that was on MTV for a while. And Buddy was dropping off the drugs or whatever he was dropping off, and he got in the car, and they put the bag. Ghostface put the bag over his head, tied it up, and just started stabbing at you. Like, this is why I check the back of my car before I get in there. Like, no, you're not going to get me. You're not going to catch me slipping, bro. Like, real talk, you're not going to catch me slipping. And those kind of movies, it kind of gets to you. It's just like, I love these movies, and there's nothing better than a slasher movie. Just sliced and diced, and then you're running, and you're just like, oh snap! Like, okay, what are we gonna do? Let's run, let's go. Like, till this day, I would rather watch a slasher movie over a psychological horror movie, a monster movie, even zombie movies. Like, found footage horror movies is kind of, I don't know, they're hit miss sometimes. Like paranormal movies, they're cool too. Like, and like I said, psychological movies, excuse me, make sure I pronounce it right, like Misery, Silence of the Lamb, the Blair Witch Project. Like, let's talk about the Blair Witch Project. For the longest, I thought the Blair Witch Project was an actual, like, human real event. Come to find out, it's not even real. Like, whoever came up with that, like, they did that because I was like not today's years old, but I was like grown up years old when I found out that Blair Witch was not real. But then again, it could be real. No telling what's going on out there in them woods. So you just got to be careful what you do out here. But slasher movies have to be my number one favorite type of horror movie. Now, don't get me wrong. I love movies. Action, drama, comedy. Yes, a couple rom coms, romance. Like, I just love movies. But for the longest, I just love horror movies. Like, peep the T-shirt. Like, come on now. Come on now, I had to rock this for this video. Like, you can't go wrong with a slasher movie, a horror movie. Like, there's a TV show called Slasher. It's like the Canadian version of American Horror Story. Hold on, let me talk about American Horror Story. Like, I have seen every single season of American Horror Story because it has literally just about every type of horror genre in American Horror Story. So I think American Horror Story has like 11 or 12, like 12 or 13 seasons. I'm not 100% sure. I think like 12 or 13. But my favorite season of American Horror Story till this day that I will watch over any season of American Horror Story is, I believe it's season, let me get it right. I believe it's season 11. It might be season 11, but it's the 1984 season of American Horror Story because it's based in the 80s. Yes, I was born in the 90s, but I still love like watching things that are in the 80s because it makes you think like, dang, were they really doing that in the 80s? But anyway, that's what some of the best horror movies was made anyway, if you ask me. But it's based in the 80s, and the Night Stalker, if anybody knows about the Night Stalker, he was going around LA, creeping in people's windows, slicing them and dicing them, but that's a whole nother story. But they bring him into this season of American Horror Story. He creeps into one of the girls' windows, and then all her friends are like going out to this camping trip, and they're like, "You want to come?" She's like, "No," but then that happened to her, so she was like, "You know what? Forget it. I'm going to come." But he ends up going there anyway. But there's a whole nother twist to that season as well. Like it's also like Jason Voorhees and his mom type stuff. It's just like, yo, what's really going on here? So you got the Night Stalker, then you got this haunted campsite that's going on as well. People are dying, people getting killed, and it's based in the '80s. Like that's one of my favorite, and it's like a slasher one too. It's like a slasher season, and it's one of my favorite seasons. And I've watched it. I don't know how many times I've seen that one particular season of American Horror Story. So like, I will watch that over again, and it's just Scream. I've seen every movie of Scream. I've seen just about every Michael Myers, every Jason. I love Chucky. I don't know what it is about Chucky's crazy ass, but I love Chucky. Like somewhere, somehow, Chucky is getting tatted on me. I love Chucky. I think I love Chucky so much because he doesn't care. Like this is a doll, okay? This guy was so crazy that he was like, I'm not gonna die. You guys are not gonna get rid of me. So I'm gonna put myself in a doll and I'm gonna terrorize y'all until I can't terrorize y'all no more. The Chucky TV show was all right. The first two seasons was cool. It's up and down about the rest, but I love Chucky. Chucky probably has to be out of Ghostface, out of Michael, out of Pennywise, out of Leatherface, out of Freddy. Chucky runs the slasher game. Personally, for me, Chucky runs the slasher game because it's like you keep trying to kill him, you keep trying to kill him, and he's not going anywhere. And it's his soul and put it into a different doll. That's what's mind blowing. That's what's crazy. That's what's like, bro. Chucky has to be like king of slasher. Now I know that will probably start up some conversation or be controversial because everybody is all like, "Well, Michael Myers and Jason and Freddy, okay, cool, yeah, whatever." Like they're cool and everything, but this is a human. They took his soul, put it into a doll, got married, had a child, and started a whole cult. Like, come on now, started a whole cult where not just it's just him running around, it's multiple dolls of him running around. Duh. Like, this is why I feel like not Freddy, excuse me. Well, Freddy's that guy too, but Freddy's still kind of weird. But that's why I think Chucky is like top tier slasher because he's not going anywhere. Yeah, they can kill him, and they've killed everybody else, and they've killed Michael, and they've killed Jason, and everybody came back. And Ghostface is just somebody in their feelings trying to get back at somebody for hurting their old poor little feelings. And I'm gonna kill you. What's your favorite scary movie? Like I'm not sleeping on it. I love Scream. Like I said, I've seen every one of it, but Chucky just doesn't care, man. Like Chucky is that guy or that doll or whatever you want to do. Like he terrorized somebody in a wheelchair and then put his soul in her body just so he can mess with her because she got away from him killing her. Like, Chucky, come on, bro. Like, but that's why, one of the reasons why I do love slasher movies and just horror movies in general. But, to get to me, just give me some wings and then give me a good slasher movie. And I promise you, I'm probably yours forever. Probably not. I'm just talking, but I'm not that easy. Anyway, this is why I do love horror movies. Like, they're just different and it gets you going and it gets you in a place where you're just sitting there literally on the edge of your seat like, okay, what's going to happen, okay, what's going to happen, like, and then you have the parts where it's just like, you dumbass, run, get out of there, why would you do that, just go, like that couldn't be me. It's just the things that going on in your head while you're watching these horror movies because it's like, I'm still congested, excuse me, with paranormal movies and like demon possessed movies and stuff, it's kind of like, okay, we can run, but they're still going to find me. Like, there's nothing we can do about it. We can try our best. Somebody's going to have to get drowned, some holy water thrown on them, get up out of here or something. Like, I don't know. But the excitement of a slasher movie and you have a group of people trying to figure it out, Someone's trying to be the big dog. Then you have the dummies, and then you have the ones that's like, get up out of here, which I don't understand because the ones that's always like, let's just leave. Let's just leave them where they are. They can stay here. They can have this. Well, let's get up out of here. But then there's always someone trying to be freaking Freddy and Scooby Doo. That's like, no, guys, I have a plan. Get your no, bro, get out of here. Let's go. So slasher movies have to be my number one favorite ones, and then honestly after that, it's probably like haunted house because it's like we all go somewhere and just think, okay, hey, this is haunted, like this is a haunted house. But like, who doesn't like to be scared, you know? So that's my rant for horror movies. And like I said, slashers is probably my number one favorite one, and then haunted house, and then yeah, I just love me some good horror movies. So with that, go see some horror movies. Go get scared a little bit. Have your adrenaline rushing and enjoy yourself. I'm Chris, aka Mr. Vibin. I'm out of here with my horror movie rant. Go on.